Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the daily political and societal tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just put your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Those who are wielding the wrenches to keep us safe. And that has allowed us to build this amazing community. Thank you. You've been so kind to each other and so kind to me. It really makes a difference. And if you're watching on replay, you're making a difference too. So then you're part of the community. Thank you. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed or whatever works best for you. So hello, hello. It's off to look at jerks we go. We read on politics. Okay. So I could not resist the overlay today. Oh, so cute. Okay. I'm an adult. I can handle it, but I can't because they're so cute. Okay. And then the nails today are kind of fun. I remember when I first wore a pair of nails like this on the channel and had people complaining, but no, this is a new one. Or I think I've only worn it once, where it's got these, they're like gems on the end. So you can kind of see the gems. It's kind of fun, but I just like the facets and the color. So we have all this fun stuff going on today. These are more plain. These are just the base. But yeah, and there's little gems, bling, 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 bling. Off key, but that was anybody who remembers Icon with the K. Anyway, all right. Do the nails take forever to do? No, they're all press on. So, nope, they're all press on. And I've got a collection, which I figure isn't. And I will never forget this. Have anybody seen the channel here on YouTube called Curiosity Incorporated? It's a family, a guy and his family up in Canada he runs it's not a junk shop. It's secondhand stuff. It's an antique store. It's all kind of secondhand stuff. And this channel blew up a number of years ago. When he bought an entire hoarder's house and was, walked in and it was just a wall of stuff. And he started going through it. And there were a series of videos where he was slowly working his way through all of this stuff. And I'll never forget, that series on Curiosity Incorporated, it turned out to be really interesting because it turned out that the woman who had lived there, who'd become a hoarder, she was a very important ceramic artist. And so he uncovered some of her work that never would have seen the light of day. So it was important. Oh, I'm glad you like Curiosity Inc. Yeah. It's really good. Anyway, Valor says he's here in Edmonton. There we go. Well, there you go. And he seems really nice, and his family seems really nice. So bless him. But I will never forget one of the things as he was going through this house, and it was early on. He had I think he was like trying to find a place to put his feet to like get through the dining room. I mean, this wasn't just like 5th level hoarding. This was to the ceiling, bad. And as he was digging through things, he said, your family's not going to be upset if what you save, what you collect are gold coins. And he has a point. And I don't have any gold coins, but I can at least say that my false nail collection, it doesn't take up vast amounts of space. I can at least say it's all very tidy. It's all very tidy and labeled. Ta-da! Just nice little thing. Anyway, but I always remember that. How much clutter do I have in here? Your family won't mind if what you collect are gold coins. Anyway, all right. Thank you, Lynn Sue. TJ says I have silver coins. Fantastic. Oh, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but they did. He did find, let's just say, some metal in that house. So if you've seen that series, you'll know. All right. All right. Do. So we're going to move on from the really nice people to the really awful people. So at 6 minutes, 6:10, RawStory is reporting that Kash Patel could be implicated in the release of Jack Smith's findings, or by the release of Jack Smith's findings. Patel testified under oath that he was there when Trump declassified the myriad of documents that were found at Mar-a-Lago. No, they weren't. They weren't. He lied under oath. As we know, that is a lie. Will this hurt Patel's FBI confirmation? I would hope so. Visualize Florida's ceiling with false nail collections. Good grief. No, I know it's not that bad. I'm thinking instead of showing this Friday's video on color organization, instead of showing the basement racks, I think I might show where I keep the props and nails and stuff and how I have them organized. And you'll see, it's not, no. All right, Sabine says you have to sword sage then. Yeah. I know, Amy Albert says, Kash Patel lied? Who would have thought? Visualize 70, I'm only joking. Okay, I'm avoiding this question because these people are so awful, so I need to tell you one other quick thing. My father is not the biggest fan of my cats, or cats in general. Never has been. I've had cats since I was 3, but he's never been a big fan. And I joke that when, as we all must shuffle off these mortal coils, once he and mom are gone, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy as many cat trees as I can possibly cram into the master bedroom. So when you open the door, it's just a forest of giant cat trees. And I told my dad that, and he said, I will haunt you. So oh, Nettie needs our love and support. I don't see the original message, but please send love and support and prayers to Nettie. Email to cat heaven. All right, Kash Patel. I just don't see this going well for him. I could be wrong, of course, but that's the confirmation. That's the decision. Adding insult to injury. Which is pretty much him. Knight of Wands, pushing all this right-wing nonsense. 3 of Swords, ouch. 2 of Wands, him communicating, but the person in red having to walk away, leaving this unfinished, but a whole lot of cups in the way. I don't know that this is going to go so well for him in general. So, Sabine Winter says he will not get through. Okay. Hello, Gloria. Or says, tell your dad he'll be reincarnated as a cat. I don't know. That might be cruelty to say that. Anyway, he knows I was joking. And so is he. So I wouldn't do it. But they have big cat trees. They have 2 giant cat trees and then 1 good-sized one. So right here, just I've got one identical in the other room, and then a smaller one by the front window in the other room. So. Oh, Kash Patel. Feeling beaten up. Wheel of Fortune. Day late and $1 short. Happy Democrats. It doesn't look great. Right now, the energy's not great for him going forward, which is perfectly fine with me. Thank you, Mally. Sweet Mally. Okay. So at 11:20, Michael Cohen is warning Trump critics that they should definitely accept any and all offered pardons from Biden, because Cohen is proof that Trump will definitely go after his enemies by any means necessary. Will people listen? So, Biden pardons. There's talk that not only was Kamala Harris rightfully unhappy with Obama for cozying up to Trump, for laughing and joking with Trump at Carter's funeral, but there's also some talk that from what some people were saying, that Harris and Biden didn't talk to each other, didn't make eye contact, didn't interact. So there's some tension there. But anyway, we are looking at possible pardons. For what? For following democracy? 7 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Well, we know things are going to change. 3 of Swords, Strength. There will be some people who he is going to go after some people, but people are going to be stronger than he thinks. And I don't know. I certainly get the feeling that Trump should leave Liz Cheney alone. I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying it just feels to me like, I don't know what she could do, but it just feels like, don't. Just, no, just walk away. Teresa Wilson says, Obama was just being polite, a much better person than me. Well, I also heard talk that because I guess they were were the presidents not sitting next to each other otherwise, but because Michelle Obama wasn't there, the 2 of them were next to each other. Because otherwise, if Michelle Obama had gone, she would have had to sit next to Trump. And suddenly, she had a conflict of scheduling. Shame that. Yeah, people, he's going to, this kind of things are about to change because we know what's about to happen. Yes, they're going to try to go after people. People will be in a stronger position than we're afraid that they won't be. So, And I would like to point out, because I'm trying to keep the energy up and not sink too far down into the depths of this. Anybody who doesn't know, my mom gave me this adorable mug. And it says right there, "I love you very much." My mom gave me this. Oh. Anyway. Now we have to look at Eric Trump. Thank you. See, I'm telling you, I'm just trying to keep the energy up. All right. At this, sorry, I thought I heard something. At 16 minutes in, Eric Trump. Didn't Mary Trump say that actually Junior's dumber than Eric? Which, frankly, I believe. But anyway, Eric Trump has had discussions about launching a new line of Trump-branded vodka. Rose Blue, thank you. Obama took one for the team, y'all. There we go. Thank you, Rose Blue. Thank you. Trump-branded vodka, huh? I'm sure it would be really high-quality stuff. And this would be in the U.S. While Eric does have his own wine company, anybody got bottles of Chateau Trump at home? I mean, I have various kinds of vinegar. Anyway, while Eric does have his own wine company, would Donald allow the Trump name to be put on hard liquor, considering how he feels about alcohol? Well, or at least hard alcohol. Well, I think anything for a buck. Hucksters are going to huck. Jose, yes, vodka with a Russian blend. Dang. Vodka. Vodka. Of course it's going to be vodka. It didn't twig. Thank you for pointing that out. That was good. Trump says he doesn't drink. That's nonsense. You can see him on various diplomatic trips with a glass of wine in front of him, and he's drinking from it. He drinks. I don't. At all. It makes my legs hurt. So I don't do it. So, yeah, but he does. Mimi suggesting the label name for the vodka, Putin's Puppet. Astro Chicks point, and M. Kelpie are both asking about, if he's a felon, how can he get a liquor license? I think they do it through the company, through the, umbrella something. Amy Albert says, vodka and Diet Coke. All right, that's... Okay. Queen of Pentacles. They've tried everything. Trump water, Trump this, Trump that, Trump everything. Foolishly, they just keep throwing their name on things, pretending that it's premium. These two cards here do not bode well. This is a good business card. This is having a plan, working your plan. This is, setting up your business plan as a working document and you're working your way through it regularly. This is good stuff. But this is all the other stuff they've tried. This is foolishness. This is lying in the branding. And then this is silent as a tomb. So this would be more of a going back to the drawing board. Amy Jones says, sounds like a great way to launder money from Russia. Okay. Anyway, okay, 2040, the Panamanian president, the president of Panama is reportedly privately mulling taking Trump's territorial threats to the UN. But what would the UN do besides laugh at Trump like they did the last time he gave a speech there? What, do you remember that? Remember he gave a speech and everybody's grandiose, self-aggrandizing. I cannot word today. Anyway, he was making himself look good, sound good, and everybody laughed out loud. Oh, and Trump Bibles, of course, Joanne. Yes. Thank you, Beth. So, Panamanian president, basically somebody going to the UN. Oh, okay, these cards are right off the top of the deck. Maybe they'll just bring it to people's attentions. It's like, not that nobody noticed, but. And why is he trying to grab land from our allies? The Danes and Greenmark and. It's going to be an interesting few years. Okay. Trump has a plan, but he actually can't do it. He's not in a position to do it. He may try to do some run around the end. It's not run around the end zone because you don't run around the end zone. Again, today, I don't know why. I cannot word. But end zone run. Sports. Why am I making a sports reference when I have no idea what I'm talking about? Oh, jolly good. What color are we rooting for? He may try something. But he doesn't have the power in Congress that he thinks he does. He really doesn't. And it feels like Democrats will get stronger. So Knight of Swords, that would be aggressive legislating. Page of Cups, Democrats are currently not in the majority. Knight of Pentacles. But do you know how much it would cost to buy Greenland? And do you think the Republicans are going to be okay with that? And true, Puka, Greenland offers a significant real estate future that fits with the climate futures. Yeah, it's as the ice melts, you're going to have all that land open up with potentially minerals or oil or something. Yeah, but well, plus you've got the passage up north and all of this. But are Republicans really going to go, oh, sure? Sabine says he wouldn't pay anyway. There you go. And Kelby says minimum at $1 trillion. Yeah. Amy Jones says, who said anything about buying? Oh, boy. Yeah, this is all, I mean, it's, okay, he's throwing all this stuff. He's making a lot of noise. He might try something underhanded in the background. King of Swords. I don't see this working out for him. I don't. He is going to do some not nice stuff. He just is. But he's not going to be able to do the vast majority of all the stuff he talked about. So, oh, Rosbusa, what, does Russia want Alaska back now? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm hoping he, surprised he hasn't floated that idea. All right, so, the evil robot himself, Mark Zuckerberg, traveled to Mar-a-Lago for a meeting with Trump on Friday, then immediately released a statement rolling back restrictions on Facebook and Instagram for hate speech and fact-checking. So now women can be called objects. You can use the R word. Well, I guess you could use various R words. Yeah, you can just say the most heinous stuff now. Hello, Angelica. So, why is Zuck caving to MAGA or caving to Trump? And I'm guessing it's just the money. On Inauguration Day, so the chart for the inauguration becomes the chart for Trump's presidency for the next 4 years, assuming he lives that long. So, and I hope he does. I do. I don't want a President Vance. And we don't wish death on anybody anyway. And I'm still have a little hope in my heart, way down deep, that someday the man will be put in prison. I know, but way down deep, my heart, I'll just let it sit there. Oh, Amy, thank you. Gifted 5 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. On Inauguration Day, the sun in the sky, which is our collective sense of self, is conjunct. It's in the same place as Pluto. Pluto, we've talked so much about Pluto, going into a sign, digging things up. Well, Pluto is the god of the underworld. And traditionally, he had a whole lot of gold because he was down with the minerals and the gold and the silver and that kind of thing. It's also about power, authoritarianism, and authoritarianism with the money. So you get some references to corrupt corporations, but you certainly get references to oligarchs. Because Scorpio isn't about being the king. It's about knowing what's going on behind the scenes and affecting things, people's subconscious or just behind the scenes, so that you have power, you have everything you need, but you're not out front where all the arrows, metaphorical or real, can come at you. But you end up walking away knowing everybody's business, with living well, and not having to deal with a lot of that stuff. But it does mean you need to be a little natural detective, which Pluto rules Scorpio. What this is doing, so if you think about it, with the sun in the same place as Pluto for the inauguration, it means this is absolutely shining a very, very bright light on the oligarchs, the billionaires in this country. Absolutely shining a bright light on these people who, for the most part, usually get away with kind of, they're there. I mean, people know who these CEOs are and what have you, but it's not like, but this sunlight, bright, bright sunlight on oligarchy, its effect on our country, these oligarchs themselves. So Zuckerberg, how out of touch they are, the staggering inequality, how these people have lost their humanity. The burden. Lewis says, I didn't know androids could grow hair. Well, I guess the new ones can't. Right, Zuckerberg, he wants to get rid of regulations. Hanged Man in Judgment. I don't think this is going to go well for him. What else is he involved in? Zuck, what have you been doing? What kind of trouble have you been getting yourself into? He's worried. Seriously worried. Anybody know what's going on? Johan, I'm sorry. Please don't use that kind of language here. It's a daytime kind of family show. We look at the news, but we try to keep it pretty clean. Thank you for being here. TJ says he looked a bit scared to me. Gibson says nope. Okay. Oxford KT says he's in the middle of a divorce. Oh, is he? Dorinda says maybe that's about Europe. Maybe. This is not good for him. Zuck said something about trying to use the U.S. government to leverage the EU. Mary Huddleston says all those major arcana, no wonder he built an underground bunker in Hawaii. Maria says he is getting divorced. Beth says it'll come out sooner or later. Bell Book and Candle says it's the chat is where the lies are. I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. We know Zuckerberg, it's pretty. Watching him deal with... Do you remember when he was talking about Meta or some kind of Second Life type thing where you could go in and... But anyway, supposed to be all 3D and all... Okay. He was talking to somebody who was working on the project with him, and then Zuckerberg told one of the most pathetic... funny things, said one of the most pathetic funny things. It wasn't funny. It wasn't. And then he just stared at the other guy. He was kind of laughing to himself, and he stared at the other guy waiting for him to laugh. And the other guy just sat there and finally went. And you could just tell it was only because this guy was his boss. There's no... He's like a Chinese emperor from back in the day. Everybody just defers to him. So, but with Trump in there, something maybe it is but there's something he is worried about losing his money. Wheel of Fortune, and he sees this as a way to hem the other person in. So maybe it is, but he's worried. He's financially worried, and he's thinking this is going to be a good thing that's going to take his problems away. He's vile. His energy is awful. Okay. All right. He's bad. It's bad. It's bad. I just cut the deck. 10 of Swords, Tower. Yeah. He's got, there's something there. It's not good. And it couldn't happen to a bigger jerk because it would be hard to find a bigger jerk. Oh, wait, there's the felon. Yeah, anyway. All right, so at 36 minutes in, okay, it's something, but really? Okay, yes. The judge in Rudy Giuliani's defamation case against Ruby Freeman and Shaye Moss, the judge has had it with Giuliani constantly being in contempt. Now Judge Beryl Howell is threatening jail time if Rudy acts up again by not complying with orders or continuing to repeat the falsehoods that started this to begin with. Now, what I heard is that the judge said he can't keep saying these things. And his lawyer said, but he believes these things and he feels like it's his right to say them. And the judge said, no, it's not. And the next time this happens, I'm going to put him in jail. Why not put him in jail now? He's been warned. M. Kelpie, you're right. There are exceptions to these people, the oligarchs being awful. But they're not all rich people are oligarchs. Does that make sense? I should have been clearer, though. That's on me. So thank you for pointing that out. Okay. Okay, what I'm picking up. All right, this just happened. So, oh, thank you, Design Media FX. Thank you. Let us show our love for Black and Orange, Tara. You've been so helpful through these difficult times. Love to see others join me. Oh, thank you so much. It really makes a difference. Thank you. Susie is saying that he's delaying for a pardon. It's a state thing, so we can't get a pardon. But this is the situation he's in now with judgment. Now, his lawyer probably is going to talk to him and say, cut it out. But it feels like he's making some kind of deal for, I don't know, some kind of money. But so he does, it feels like he finally does give the money reluctantly that he owes, but only after he's waiting for his ship to come in here. He's waiting for some opportunity from the felon. He grudgingly will he give this money up, but it feels like he's just waiting for this other opportunity. We really do read on scumbags, don't we? Welcome to politics. And we've given these people power, so we have to keep an eye on them. Can't just walk away and not pay attention. We have to pay attention. It's too important. But dear great Gussie. Anyway. All right, at 39:50, Cosmic Goat Lady had a question. Is Gavin Newsom the next Democratic nominee for the President of the United States? He would have my vote. He is verbally attacking Trump and any weak-minded Republicans that talk smack. There's some people who don't like him. There's some people who do. Compared to Trump, he is an archangel. But Newsom. I would really want to see his chart, his astrology chart, but let me have a look. See what the cards can come up with. Gavin Newsom. Are you going to be the nominee president? Lois says Newsom is already campaigning. Kelpie says you will never run out of scumbags to read on. They are plentiful. Yeah. Alas. Could they just not be in power? I mean, he did that. Who did he debate? Ted Cruz? No. Yes. Who did he debate? Newsom debated somebody. The other person showed up, which kind of surprised me. And then he proceeded to just wipe the floor with that other person. Who was that? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, was it DeSantis? Oh, yeah, and you just wipe the floor with him. So that part, we like that. That's good. Let's do that. Or a part where he's just wiping the floor with these jerks, using their own words. Against he makes them look bad. So I guess that's good. Star, he's got name recognition. Knight of Wands, of course they'd go after him. But the thing is, though, what could they say that they haven't already said? Oh, California, et cetera, all this bad stuff, blah, blah, blah. There wouldn't be anything new. Lois says Newsom is a fabulous communicator armed with facts. Okay. Well, that debate was quite good. Sanity says, and Gavin has fun while he's messing with them. Here we go. Three of Pentacles, plan. Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. There might be something in the way. Something fated in the way. I mean, I would think that would be starting to raise money, but I guess he already is. The bully. This is a new start, but that feels conservative. This is weird. Gavin Newsom. Are you going to be the Democratic nominee for the presidency in 2028? There's a chance. There's a possibility right now. Right now the Republicans feel like they're remember they're in their bubble, like from Labyrinth. They're in their bubble over all the trash, all of their trash. By 2028, Democrats are going to be looking pretty good. So I don't know. It feels more like a bucking bull who can hold on, who can stay on the longest to make it through. But Republicans will not be looking so great. So it's going to be who can hold on, which Democrat can hold on for the longest. So there's a chance. There's a chance. Anyway, we'll see. All right, so this is the dumbest thing I've heard in a while. Join me for the dumbest thing I've heard in a while. Perhaps you will find it the dumbest thing you've heard for a while. The right have a new woke target in their sights. Sign language interpreters. There are growing complaints amongst GOP pundits that interpreters are distracting. Were these people raised in a tree? Were you raised in a tree? GOP pundits are saying that interpreters are distracting and that deaf people should just use closed captioning to understand what's being said on screen during press conferences. Will they succeed in removing interpreters from government roles? Grace Cooper, my daughter is an interpreter. And excellent. What the heck? Brianna, I'm with you. What the ever loving? What is wrong with these people? It says they were raised in a barn. I would hope so. Anne says, just want to shut up another group of people. Well, they're quiet in the first place. What a load of bunk. They also use stuff like this to distract from other policies that will have a lot more impact. So we have to be very careful about what we spend our energy on every day. So it's good that we're looking at this, but at the same time, because what I'm getting is all of these ridiculous initiatives, words. Come on, words. Work with me here. Initiatives. Awful, stupid stuff that, would get a rise out of anyone who's even halfway decent. But it feels like it's part of a very, very corrupt plan. Very corrupt. So it's stuff like this is trying to work people up to distract. Because there's only so much energy in a day. There's only so much bandwidth in the news. So I'm just going to move on and anyway, at 48 minutes in, GOP activists are clamoring for Los Angeles to be stripped of its 2028 Olympic location designation as punishment for not stopping the wildfires. Oops, sorry, that was some snow or ice, sound like ice falling on the roof. While that won't happen for that reason, have the fires damaged things to the point where the Olympics will need to be relocated. So, will 2028, will the Olympics still be in Los Angeles or not? Joyce says next they're going to ban white canes for the blind. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Comes down to the money. GOP, they're running their mouths. Whatever, ignore them. Los Angeles is burdened. This is going to be a huge burden. They have so much rebuilding to do before they can host the Olympics. Do they have the money? Can they pull it off? It wouldn't be the first city that has to completely redo the city in order to host the Olympics. Other countries have done this. King of Cups. There's a chance it could still be there. Just because, as I've said, there are definitely places that have hosted the Olympics where people like there's no way. But yeah, they just keep building, and they're willing to spend the money. if they're willing to spend the money, but they've got a whole lot of rebuilding to do anyway. So Astro Chick says, I can see them taking away Braille. Yes, those little notches like on the elevator. That's when I go to press the button, it's uncomfortable on my fingers. So we should get rid of that, those little knobby bits. Oh yeah, I know, Deanna. It's been there before. Yeah. Teresa Wilson says, it'll be done. I've lived in Cali. They've done crazier things. Yes. Yeah, this is using all your resources. Yep. King of Cups. I'm guessing is I thought Newsom was, I thought he couldn't run again, or he couldn't, isn't he going to be out of office soon? But I've got some kind of Democratic leader here. Feels like a governor using resources. It's not going to be easy. And the right's going to hate it. Oh, well. Okay. Astro Chick says, pathetic. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Now this, at 52 minutes in, I try so hard to be nice. I really do. I really do try to be, at least, I point out that these guys are jerks, but it's not like I wish them ill. I just want them out of power. I just want them to go home, get a job somewhere else. I try so hard. This is a tough one. This is okay. On his OAN show, Matt Gaetz has started hawking the wonder drug. It's not ivermectin. It's the same drug MAGA tried to use for COVID that failed. Is this a grift, or has he really gone off the deep end? My first thought was not a nice one. Maybe it's just because I shoveled a lot of snow this morning, so I heard about this right after I got back inside, and I was all just, you've been working out, or you've been shoveling snow, or doing something very physical, and stuff like this comes up, and you're just like, it's a Darwin Award. So I don't know. Is he going to take it? Medical community, science is your friend. But if they think they can make a buck and stick it to the, be a bully to the medical community, and I don't know, the peer-reviewed and decent things, they're blinded by the groupthink. It's being in a cult where you stop seeing reality. People who believe in the flat earth. It's not flat. It's not. Just because you personally don't think something doesn't change the globe. And if there was a flat earth, the physics would be so deeply different. But okay. Yeah, they've all, we have left reality. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Can you just keep going and just like, so we don't have to hear about you ever again? Okie dokie. Anyway. All right. Well, we got through today's questions. And but do leave your questions in the chat before I come on, because I'm always looking for new good questions, please. And so, you know the drill. My four YouTube channels, because it doesn't everybody need 4 YouTube channels. We've been relaxing our nerves and empowering ourselves here on the Stay Calm. About half an hour before this live stream starts, we go through the news together as a community. It makes it a lot easier to get through all of this stuff. But we do this together at noon. This is all Chicago time. And then from 3 to 6 over on the Creative Sprints channel, just bring whatever projects you've got. Can be a hobby, can be a business, can be any cleaning, can be anything you want. And we just focus in these definite timed sprints, timed bits of designated bits of time. Words. I'm telling you today, words. Hello. And then on Fridays, there's a new color organization video. So, all right. That is going to do it for me. But please, please, please remember, you are not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. I know it sometimes seems like there aren't, but they're out there and they're coming. All right. So please hang in there. A Pomodoro timer. Yes, Brianna, exactly. So hang in there, and I will see you later. All right. Take care. Take care.